can you pull up Bill Maher's clip, Rob, of the one where he says, why don't these liberals come on my show? Okay, if you can go on that. Is this the one, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go for it.
Ask me all the time, why haven't you ever had Hillary or Bill Clinton on? Why didn't you have Kamala on during the last campaign? You think we don't ask? We ask these people every week. They say no. It took 8 years and a petition to get Obama on. And these are people, all people I voted for. Think about that. They're afraid to come on the show of a guy who voted for them. The Republicans, they show up. And when they do, they take their beating like a man.
What's a man?
Yeah. So, you know why they don't show up, Bill? Ask the question, why they don't show up. Maybe because they feel like they own you. You know, maybe because they feel like your audience is theirs, like they work for them. Maybe because they feel like you'd never vote Republican. You'd never vote for Republican. You'd never vote Republican in 2028. You know that. You work for them, and it's for free. You're going to constantly, you go as close as agreeing with Trump, but then I'm voting for Kamala. You go as close as saying, I can't believe what they did with vaccine, but I'm taking it. You'd go as close to here and then go over here. That's why they know what you're going to be doing. You're fairly consistent. You're consistently voting for them. So they don't need to come on your show. They don't need to come talk to your audience. They already own your audience. And unfortunately, what this also does say, though, is the following, okay? What places, let's actually go through and see the criticism of some of the politicians in 2024 election last year, 2023, 2024. Who got criticized for not going on all podcasts last year?
Kamala Harris.
No, on the Republican side. Who got criticized for not going? DeSantis, probably the biggest one.
Ron.
We had to make 5 videos of saying, what the hell are you doing, for finally be like, okay, I'll come over here, and finally comes on. By the way, apparently, Michael Wolff, I was talking to him this Saturday, you know, the Fire and Fury guy?
Yeah.
Apparently in his last book, he talked about us in his book with the DeSantis scene. He says, you know, you were in my last book. I said, which part? And Humberto says, yeah, the whole part with DeSantis was in Michael. You know who Michael Wolff took Fire and Fury? Of course. Out of all the episodes that made it, DeSantis, you were even in Michael Fury's book, you know. But
Michael Wolff's book.
Michael Wolff's book, yeah. But if you think about it, not this one, his latest book. So if you think about it, Nikki Haley, she didn't go on podcasts.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris Christie didn't go on a lot of podcasts.
Nope.
Okay, Vivek, everywhere. Anywhere.
He was here twice.
RFK, anywhere. Okay, you go talk to Trump, anywhere, any place. Democrats, no. You know what that shows, Bill? Maybe they're scared. Maybe they're scared because their policies have holes in them. Maybe they're scared because, you know, there has to be gamification. Maybe they're scared because it's the same old way of doing business. Maybe they're scared because their policies haven't necessarily been proven right too often, where they're kind of like wanting to sit on the sidelines. Maybe they're still old school, where they feel like, you know, questions have to be given to them, and a guy like you maybe doesn't want to give the questions. I don't know. Maybe you would give the questions. I don't think you would, because while I'm watching Bill, here's another take on Bill. Okay, Bill on Trump. Rob, do you have that one on him on Trump? He almost gets emotional here. Watch Bill. To be fair with Bill, because I think he's played a very important role the last couple of years. Watch this clip here. Go for it.
Look, I'll say this for Trump. He's got this idea that America is still the biggest swinging dick in the world, and we have not used our power as much as we should. That's what the tariffs are about. We have the power to change these people's, other nations' trading practices with us, some of which were out of line. I'm surprised that people went along with it as much as they did. So he wasn't completely wrong about that. He said, look, NATO hasn't been paying their fair share. I'm going to make them do that. He wasn't wrong about that. And I'll tell you this, one thing about him that I know, I'm not going to tell you how I know, but a lot of people have seen the same thing. He really does hate war. Right. He really does not like it when people die in war. There's 4 different wars.
It's almost like Bill Maher
is genuinely, for him to say that.
That's right.
Wow.
So you know what it is with Bill? They hate people like Bill.
Of course.
The left.
Mm-hmm. He's
because
thinking.
You know why? Because there's too much reason.
Yeah.
There's too much reason. He is willing. Go to the power versus force, Rob, if you could, the chart. When you go to the power versus force, Bill Maher is willing and is accepting and is able to reason. Those are all the qualities they hate.
Courage.
Look at courage level 200. Then go neutrality. Then go willingness. He's willing to go visit Trump. He is accepting that he won. He is willing to reason. And I actually think Bill Maher loves America.
Wow, he's up there.
I actually think Bill Maher loves America.
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
You don't
I'll leave it at reason.
I believe Bill loves America.
Of course,
I
think
believe
so too.
Bill loves America. I believe he's. So what's the point of where it's going to today? On original statement with Bill. Well, it's they're not coming here. They're not coming. There is a reason. There is a reason. Why would somebody? I went and sat down in front of 20 anti-capitalist socialists in LA, knowing the fact that these guys are in college right now. They're being fed everything by the professors on the left. They have every history story. I'm not reading history books like the way they're reading right now. They're in school. I knew what was going to happen. I'll sit down and talk to you. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? These topics, these issues? Let's sit down and talk about it. The people on this side, they're willing to entertain ideas that they have knowledge on, that they're willing to go. The only reason you don't want to go sit down and have a debate with a topic is what? It's not a topic I'm knowledgeable on.
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny, we want you to come and debate why tariffs suck. Guess what? If you do it, I
have one or two good points, but I'm not going to.
But if they want to debate Tom on tariffs, guess what? Tom should do it. He would do it, right? So the reality of it is, like this part when even Bill is starting to say something like that, no one is surprised. It's to the point that right now he's giving credits on the tariffs. There's a lot of things that's going on right now in the marketplace. Tomorrow night, the 19th, Tuesday night, the 19th at 6 p.m., free webinar, 20 business threats you cannot ignore in 2025. We do this every year, and it's a new one every single year that we go through. I highly, highly recommend, if you're somebody that runs a small business, you're an executive with a company, or somebody that's an entrepreneur, you're running a business, you're planning on doing something for yourself, whatever you do not miss tomorrow night's webinar at 6 p.m., August 19th. Again, 6 p.m., everybody at the end gets the white paper of the 20 threats. Everybody gets the white paper of the 20 threats and a couple other items that we'll be discussing on that. Rob, the link for it is vtwebinar.com. Go to vtwebinar.com to register for the webinar. Again, vtwebinar.com. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.